Hello beauties, how are you? I'm so happy to be back. Years ago I made this channel so that we can just discuss hair, makeup, and the beauty bar products, but I want to talk about mom things. I want to talk about mom things, I want to talk about house things, I want to talk about food, I want to talk about hair, makeup, I want to talk about a whole bunch of things. So here we are. Today, I want to get into breastfeeding and pumping. So I'm still learning the whole breastfeeding and pumping thing, but I feel like as a new mom, there's a lot of things that they don't tell you when you're at the hospital and right before you leave the hospital. They just don't give you enough information. And these are some of the things that help me with my milk supply. When I first started breastfeeding in the hospital, my baby was hungry a lot. And I kept trying to figure out, like, why was she always fussy? Why was she crying? Like, is there anything that I can do to kind of get her to simmer down a little bit? But it was because she was hungry, because at the time I wasn't producing a lot of milk. The lactation counselor just basically said, as long as you get the latch right, you'll be fine. The milk will, the more you feed, the more your milk will come down. You're gonna be okay. They left out a whole lot of information. So first things first, when I did decide to pump just to see how much milk I was getting, I was only producing half an ounce. And although when my baby first came home, a half an ounce should have been enough, but because she wasn't eating as much over the course of 3 days, she was hungry. So it was a half an ounce. Also, they never told me how much times a day you are supposed to pump. They never said that the flange size of the pump is supposed to match your nipple. Also, I didn't know that there was specific things that you were supposed to eat in order to get your milk supply going. They just left out a whole bunch of things. So I have a few things that helped me along the way, and I hope they'll be able to help you. My mom was in town, and she called it a special for me. She's like, oh, I got you. I'm gonna do a little special for you. So she put wet hot washcloths inside the microwave, heated them up, and put them on my breast. Now she did that for about 30 minutes, and within that 30 minutes I've produced an ounce. So now my milk supply was kind of getting somewhere, but it still wasn't enough. I got some lactation cookies from Walmart. That helped, but it still wasn't enough. I also tried drinking fenugreek and fennel tea, and although it did help, I ran out of that, so I had to get more, but it was something that didn't last. So these things I drink and eat on a daily basis definitely help keep the supply going. I went from half of an ounce to now 7 ounces. So this is definitely helpful for me. So in the morning, I eat the Quaker Oats banana nut protein oatmeal. And I add a little bit of chia seed and a little bit of carnation milk because I like porridge. I'm a Caribbean child, so I like porridge. I like the consistency of porridge, and the carnation milk helps with that. I also drink a Premier shake in the morning along with my oatmeal. I only eat 1 pack, and this is good for protein. It tastes really good as long as it's cold. The strawberries and cream one is good, the caramel one, and also the cookies and cream. I haven't tried any others. Oh, I also tried the cafe latte. Wasn't a really big fan of it, but as long as you get to drink it, that's all that matters. Then I drink a body armor or 2 depending on how I'm feeling, but I don't really like the taste of it, but it definitely helps with the milk supply, and I got that tip off of TikTok. So the body armor, they have, I guess the one that tastes the best is the strawberry and banana, but yeah, I just don't like the taste, but I drink it because I need it for my supply. I also drink mother's milk tea, and this has fenugreek and on fennel in each bag. And I drink two tea bags to one 8-ounce cup of hot water, and I usually drink this at night. And there's a drink that I found on TikTok from a mom that pumps. I'll link her profile below. It's a couple of different ingredients, so bear with me. But it is, I start off with the Elmhurst milk oats. And I like this oat milk because it has filtered water, whole grain oats, and salt in it. All the other, like almond milk and cashew milk and all of that, they all have like gums in it, and I don't like that. I rather just regular milk. So it's expensive. You can get it at Publix. That's my local supermarket, but you can get it at the supermarket. I use this, like about 8 ounces of this, half a teaspoon of the matcha powder. And I just started using this matcha powder. I used to buy the I think matcha powder, and it was a small little can. Although I did like it, it was $25 on Amazon for that little can, and you get like 30 servings in it. But this one I found at Costco's yesterday, and I got it for $20, and it's 225 servings. So yeah, I'm gonna be buying this from now on. The super greens, 1 scoop of this, and I got this on Amazon. I'll link it below. And coconut water, the Vita Coco water, just a little bit, maybe I want to say 1/4 cup. And I use this to sweeten it. The Skinny Syrups Vanilla Caramel Cream is the best flavor that I use. Like I said, I found this drink on TikTok, but they have a bunch of different sweeteners at TJ Maxx where I get this from. You can get it on Amazon, but it's $10, and TJ Maxx is $3.99. So yeah, we doing this on a budget. So yes, this is all that I eat and drink on a daily basis, just to make sure that my milk supply stays afloat. It did drop a couple days, and that's because being a new mom, you be tired. Sometimes there's so much different things going on with your baby that you don't have time to focus on yourself. So I wasn't eating as much, I wasn't getting as much sleep. I was a little stressed, because I'm not getting that much sleep. So all of these components definitely drop your milk supply, and these are some of the things that they don't tell you. So just remain stress-free as much as you possibly can. It's impossible sometimes, but try your best. Make sure you're eating all the time, and make sure you're staying as hydrated as possible. Drink a lot of water, because if you don't, your milk supply decreases. But yeah, that's kind of much it for me. Also, the sizing, I don't know if I said that already, but there's a specific ruler. I'll link it below, and I'm also going to create an Amazon store with some of these things so that you guys can just grab it. But there's a specific ruler that you take. It comes with a bunch of different circles, and you can put it up against your breast, your nipple, and get the correct nipple size. You can also get the replacement, the new flange pieces on Amazon, and I'll link that in my Amazon store so you guys can grab it. But that is very important. The standard size for the Mom Cozy and the Medela pumps is 24 millimeters, and my nipple size is 18. So that just goes to show you that I was doing this all wrong. Again, I had to go to TikTok, I had to go to Google to kind of figure out what was I doing wrong and why was I not getting that good pump, especially in the morning. And power pumping, which is pumping for 20 minutes, stopping for 10, pumping for 10, stopping for 10, pumping for 10, stopping for 10, until you complete the hour. And that helps. Also, just just be consistent. I know it's so hard. It's hard. You want to give up. You're just like, you look, formula is a little bit easier. When your baby's crying, you're just like, I'm just going to give her formula. I'm going to give him formula. But if you know that you want to breastfeed your baby, just stick to that. Don't give up. It gets easier. The latching, honestly, the only thing that worked for me, people say, you know, put your nipple on top of the baby's mouth, and when they open their mouth, you get, that doesn't help. What helps me is kind of squeezing the areola around the nipple, and then when your baby opens their mouth, put it in their mouth. So like hold it like a hamburger, put it in their mouth, and that helps with the latching for me. I don't know about anybody else, but when I tried it the other ways, it made breastfeeding very painful, to the point where I would cry as she's eating. And my nipple was raw, it was cracking, it was bleeding, the skin was coming off. Like, these are, it gets crazy. This whole breastfeeding thing gets crazy, and they don't tell you this at the hospital. They don't let you know that it go left. And without that guidance, without the help, without somebody like telling you what's going on, or without the information being present, you tend to feel lost and alone in this journey, and you don't need to. Again, I'm still learning. My baby's only 7 weeks, so I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other things that I can learn, or it's a bunch of other things that I don't know as of yet. But right now, this is what works for me. I also try to pump 8 times a day, even, and this is on a 24-hour spectrum. So every 3 hours I'm pumping. If I get up at 7, I'm pumping, 10 I'm pumping, so on and so forth. That helps build up your milk supply. The more, even if you have milk on reserve and your baby, you end up giving your baby a bottle and you skip a pump, that can bring down your milk supply. So as she's eating at that very time, right after she's fed, put the pump on, do what you need to do, and put the milk in the fridge and have it on reserve. But don't stop pumping. Pump 8 times a day. Even in the middle of the night, I have to pump. But she's up, so what else do I have to do? But it gets easier. It's hard now, but it does get easier. And my last tip for the new mommies, and even moms that been moms for however long, just ease up on yourself. Go for a walk, catch some breeze, and when your baby is down for, say, a 15-minute cat nap, an hour nap, do something for yourself. My thing is skincare. My thing is also making sure that my hair is done, just so that I feel good about myself. Do something that makes you feel good about yourself. And sometimes when I am feeling low, even when I have done my hair, you know, I did my skincare, if I'm feeling a little low, I put some music on. I'm a soca fiend. I love me some soca. I love merengue. I love salsa. I love sucos music. Anything that makes me want to whine, I listen to it, and that makes me feel good about myself. So just do something that makes you feel good. Like, it's hard. Motherhood is not easy. This is about by far the hardest job that I've ever had in life. But it's not that bad, and it's gonna get better. You know, my husband helps me, and without his help, I don't know how I would function. But there's some times where, you know, he's at work and I gotta tote the load, and it is hard, but it's gonna get easier. It's gonna get easier. For those moms who don't have help, just keep pushing. It's gonna get easier. Your baby's not gonna stay newborn forever. They are gonna grow up. They're gonna be a little bit more independent, and it's going to get easier. But do something for you. Feel good about yourself. Sephora is my happy place. When I'm feeling down, I don't buy clothes. I don't buy nothing else. I go to Sephora. Anybody that knows me, if you ever want to buy me a gift, or anybody who's watching, you want to send me a little something, get me a Sephora gift card, because Sephora is what makes me feel good about myself. So anything that makes you feel good, do it. every day. Show up for yourself every day. Make sure you're eating every day. Make sure you're staying hydrated every day. It's hard because you have a whole little human that is depending on you, and sometimes you feel like you don't have time, but you have to make time. Even making this video, I kept telling my husband, I want to do this, but I don't have time. And he's like, you know what, babe, you're gonna have to make time. So this is me making time, and my baby is right next to me. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background, but make time. It's about you. So with that being said, she's getting up from her nap now, and I gotta go. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And my next video, I think we're gonna be talking about some hair stuff because I got some new goodies from Sephora. So if there's anything other than that you guys want me to follow up and talk about, please comment. Also, my Amazon store is about to be up, so you guys can get all of the goodies that I'm talking about in this video. And yeah, good luck. It's a hell of a ride, but you got this. You got this, sis. You got this, dad. Because daddies definitely be needing help too. You got this. New parents, you got it. You got it, you got it, you got it. Don't give up. Bye.